In this video, let us see what is a flowchart. A flowchart is a diagrammatic representation of what a program should do. In fact, there are many ways you can explain to your colleagues or your friends about how a program works. Among those options, flowchart is one of the best way because you use images, shapes, and various other metrics to represent a program. A flowchart is made of shapes, arrows, and descriptions. These are the various shapes we typically use in a flowchart. As you can see, the number of elements are just minimal. In fact, I will leave a visual guide after this video showing the different shapes available in a flowchart and their purpose. The first is the start and the end. This is typically used to denote the start and end of a flowchart. So at the start you see a start one, and at the end you will use again the same shape to denote the flowchart has the end. The next we refer as the process. It's basically like a rectangle where you define a set of process or actions to be taken. Then followed by we have a decision shape where you typically used in order to say true or false or yes or no kind of decision statements. So if yes, then you pick one path. If it's no, you pick another path. And next we have the input output, where this refers that certain input has to be taken from the user, such as reading from a file or getting an input from them, as well as if you want to print something or you want to save to a file, so those falls under input and output category. The main among all these is the flow. This flow shape refers how the program flow actually works throughout the flowchart. This key metric shows that how the program is flowing throughout this entire program structure. We have a bit less used a shape called Predefined Process, where it is something like a library or a function where it is predefined. Then finally we have a couple of connectors which we typically use in order to show the flowchart in a next page, or you want to continue in another page. Among these two options, the in-page connector is used to connect a flowchart within the same page. I'll show you an example shortly. And the off-page connector is used to show the flowchart stop at one place and if you want to refer it in another place.